Two, how y'all feeling today? Peace to the family. And we absolutely talking about what it looks like when the moon is in Virgo. Y'all know these are called T-pets. You ever seen T-pets? Why do I have a monkey and an old black man? Ain't that a good question? That's an excellent question of why I have a monkey and a black man in the situation. Gia. Well, thank y'all for sharing with 5 or 6 or 10 people. Thank you for watching the replay. I appreciate you. If you are into this type of stuff, I appreciate you for tuning in live in Desirect. If you on the replay, big up to yourself. If you want to live, you know the deal. Share it with 5, 10, 20 people. Let's get it popping. The replay is all about everything you want to be about. Now, today the moon and the sun are both in Virgo, so that's a clearing moon, and we want to talk about that just for a quick second. And I want to talk about purpose. I want to talk about being ready. All of that. Can you hear now? Mic check. Ooh. Okay. Pause one time. We're trying to get I just wanted to just set up like I wanted to set up. That's all. Peace to the fam. What's happening? Do we got a mic check now? Are we good to go? All right. Al, the Queen Grace is in the building. Hey, goddess. Mwah. Love you. What up, Icy? Peace. Yeah. I love Mercury retrograde. How they be trying to do me. I'm OE Sun, Team Taurus, and I'm in Bali, Indonesia. In Ubud. Really, I'm in Ubud, but in Ubud, I'm in Siam. That's like one of the villages. So thank y'all for joining in. We're about to drink some tea and get it in real quick. Where did I put my tea at? I know I didn't. Oh. Bam. Some red tea. This is the last bit of a batch that was brought to me from I think Thailand, right? And then last night I got some Lotus Red High Mountain from Vietnam. So this is a lot more. It's not the same. This is crazy, but I'm gonna start my day off with this right here. I'm gonna drink a couple of this, and then I'm gonna go back to this right here and see the difference. I should start off with this one and then go to this one, because I want to split this in half. Right. Choosy tea drinker, tea snob. What time is it? It is 10:15 in the morning, a.m. Word. Seafood. Salute. OE Sun, Team Taurus. Atlanta, Georgia be on the tip of my tongue, but no more. See you later. And I'm your favorite Taurus, your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer. I'm your favorite tea drinker, tea pourer, all of that. So let's go ahead and just say a nice little prayer, get the whole thing. Sade is in the building. Oh, welcome. Nasir is in the building. This is an excellent opportunity for us to just get the space right today on some clarity and direction. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazung, Ramafarigun, Shilel Kulun. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. And I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. And I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Okay, do I live here now? 100%. Yes. All of this is my kitchen. That's the background. I have an open kitchen. I love it. This is, that's my kitchen right there. So in Bali, you don't have like ovens. You can get a microwave, but I just have I got my water, I got my refrigerator, I got my stove. That basket up there has fruit in it. And then I don't cook as much as I used to. So that's the oven set out, and the kitchen runs right outside. The temple, so every home there's a shrine right there on the other side of this tree. So, yeah. What's goody, what's goody? Did y'all invite the folks? All right. So I was listening to Gogo Naledi, and they were doing a Light Languages live just a little while ago, and they were talking about being ready, getting ready, and being ready, right? And I was just like, man, that was the message that I needed to hear this morning when I woke up. How many of y'all got the email I just sent you to? I just sent you an email, so some of y'all might have came from that invitation. I want to see who got my email. What up, Herbs from Goddess? Please put your team Zodiac, your human design, your profile, whatever you know about yourself. Even if you got a domain name, drop that bad boy in there as well, because I want to promote you and talk about your business. You know what I'm saying? I need to find my lighter, though, so I can light this incense, because that's what we do. Celebrating. Okay. So check it. And a lot of times you got the text and the email. Why you ain't get the text and the email? You got to check to make sure. If you didn't get an email from me, please go to the Cosmic Jedi, go in the chat and click on, hey, I want to be on the email list, because you're missing out. You're missing out. Especially this late night vibe for y'all, early morning vibe for me. Come on, man, don't miss out. Today got to be special because the wind is really not even blowing like that. Because normally it's a big wind out here. Spirit be humming. I'm trying to get this lighter to do right. Life Path 8. I was just looking at the 8 today. What up, Perp? Cheryl is in the building. Peace to the fam. I don't think the incense is going to do right today. Clarity and direction. Which one do you need more of right now? Just put it in. Which one you need more of? You need more clarity on something, or you need more direction on something? I did get the payment for your Saturday class. Absolutely. You didn't get a confirmation email? Let me talk to Alpha about that. Make sure there's a confirmation emails go out. Can you, text me that later. I do want to send it to him right now, though. It's clarity or direction. Clarity and direction. Both of them? Right. Okay, now let's drill down some. What you need clarity on, what you need direction in. Don't just say I'm lost. Where you trying to get to? You can only be lost if you're trying to get somewhere. You can only need clarity if you're trying to figure something out. Yeah, I can have clarity and sit still. Then, and then there's different types of direction. There's direction that is, there's direction that tells you which way to go, right? You can go, you can go a certain way with a direction. I think I might do this one with the glasses off today. Yeah. Oh, I can still see. Let's get it popping. So when you, what's the difference between clarity and direction? Clarity is when stuff is confused. Like clarity is, direction is Mercury, and uh, clarity could be Neptune, because Neptune is spirit. Neptune is what they call the foggy planet, right? And so when we clear up Neptune, we can see what's happening or see what's coming, right? What up, Oasis? Magic ATL is in the building. Peace, peace, peace. What it do? So when we get clarity, then we can clarity definitely should come before direction. A lot of times you can get direction, but I understand when Sade said I need both of them, right? So I like to align with the energies of the moon and the energies of my personal year and like daily energies. So if you're familiar with the moon, when you do a moon magic, when you are celebrating I want to see the T. Yeah. So we just open it up first. That's just something just to open it up. You don't necessarily want to serve that part of the tea to someone. You're just opening the tea up. You gotta open it up first. All right. But you never want to serve the first tea that you pour. And the ladies here, this is a red tea that I'm drinking from Thailand. Yeah, my friend Choke. If y'all saw my story last night, we were listening to the live jazz, and we was drinking tea in the spot. We snuck the whole kettle in, snuck the tea in, and had a good old time while we was listening to jazz. So let me get the lady in here. We don't want to. You don't want to serve the first tea because you just waking it up. It's like getting the crust out of his eyes. You're letting it know it's coming. You smell me? Or we did this call before I came on here. Gogo and the lady was over there in the light language series talking about, getting ready, being ready.
Peace,
Peace to the
Thokozani.
queen, Tokozani.
I'm
How
feeling
you feeling
great. I'm
today?
feeling really good. It's been a good day. You know
You're looking a little
what? The
orgasmic or something.
energy's
Something just
flowing.
happened, you know what I'm
I
saying?
tapped in a
Just
little bit, so I'm still riding high off the energy from earlier. So yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yes.
riding the wave. Yes, yes, yes. I was just telling the folks about how I was just prepping them. We in a new moon, sun and moon both is in Virgo. What about clarity and direction? And then the inspiration that I got from y'all earlier today when y'all were talking about being ready and getting ready. How did y'all come up with that particular topic?
Actually, it's a theme that's been going on. Like what I had shared on the live earlier, all of us did that, we journal. And so we write things down. And so from last year, literally for me personally, November 2022 to what's going on now, it's like, damn, I wrote that like I was already there, but I wasn't ready. I was not ready to receive all that I had journaled, what had came down, the uploads, downloads, side loads. I wasn't ready. So literally it circled right back and it's like, oh, I'm ready now. I'm actually in position to be ready. And so it's a matter of being aware, listening to the ancestors, listening to your intuition, to the creator, God, theories, whoever you rock with. Are you listening? Are you paying attention? Are you aware? So awareness is key. And you say this to me, don't be too far out in the future. Where are you at right now? What's going on right here in front of you? And so that's how you stay ready. So if you're listening, you tuned in, you're gonna be ready. Because when the creator and the whole spirit squad give you directions, they may give you directions like right before you have to turn. Like you literally might be going 50. They'd be like, hey, 2 seconds ahead, I need you to turn left, and you got to be ready to turn left. Are you though? And I also talked about those periods where we call introspection and hermit mode, where you have to go in. That's the time for you to be preparing. You have to read, you got to journal, you got to study. What do you need to do? Martial arts, whatever it is. Get ready in that time. So when you come out and these opportunities present themselves, when the Cosmic Jedi call you and be like, hey, let's go. Don't be like, you don't do that. When I let it call you and be like, hey, it's go time. Don't be like, wait a minute, hold on. No, because you have that space where you can go in, you can do your introspection, you can clear. And if you don't know anything about the clearing phase, you can get with a Cosmic Jedi, you can get with a Go-Go Naledi to learn these moon phases, to be in alignment with the energy. So again, you're going to be ready because you're in alignment. If you're not, hit somebody's link, follow somebody, get in the DMs, do something.
Please jump in the DM. Please, if you don't know, then jump in the DM. Don't sit over here and try to put it in the comments. I don't go back and read all the comments after it's over. So, like, you need to get in the DM to somebody, and we'll put you in the building. Big shouts out to all the condors over there in Austin, Texas, while they over there getting that venoms. Sippy, sippy, sippy. If you haven't got your snake venom yet, you know what I'm saying? These, dang it, where my marks at? Ta-da, get that snake venom from my man Sincere. Sincere, somebody was asking me yesterday about, anyway, I'll tell you about that later. Gogo said, get ready. Because you might have to pivot. That's the other thing I'll be talking about is pivoting. You don't really always, it don't come like when you want it. So when you hear the phrase, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Then when you know what the cycle is, it's just, this is my favorite example. If a woman is married to a truck driver and he's always on the road, he must be home when she's ovulating to get pregnant. It's just, that's the window of opportunity. And windows don't always stay open. Windows don't always just stay open for some long. Women don't ovulate 30 days a month. You know what I'm saying? She can't get pregnant every day of the month, right? You got to catch it at the right time. She shouldn't be on her cycle 30 days out the month. It's called a cycle because it's a cycle. She's clearing it out, right? So the easiest way is to understand. What I always like to say is, it's like a chess move. Do you know the next 2 phases that's coming? Do you even know the turn that's coming up? Okay, they told you that you was gonna have to turn right, but did you know there was even turns? When you're looking at the GPS, you can still see the roads coming up before they get to the thing where it actually says turn right here. And that's where intuition comes from, or your guide when it's saying 800 meters ahead, exit here on highway 422 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I really like what y'all said too, the lady, about when I asked that question, because y'all went a whole different direction than I thought y'all was gonna go when I asked about spiritual constipation and mental masturbation. Go ahead, I want you to speak on that again. What words do you have for the people out here today? Because they might have missed it. What words do you have today for people who they need some clarity, they need some direction, but they spiritually constipated and they mentally
You know what?
masturbate?
That was such a dope question that you had. And so what came up in that live is that, sometimes people forget they have a body. Like they're so spiritual and so high off in the ethers and the cosmos that they forget their body, their temple. And so if you are spiritually constipated, that might be a root chakra issue. Like, let's look at this root chakra issue. Are you physically constipated? You can be spiritually constipated and all the above at the same time. Like, what's going on? What's your root? Like, what's really going on? Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? And for those mental masturbators, you don't know everything. No, you don't. You don't know everything. I don't care how many courses you took, who your coach is. I don't care what you look at on YouTube and TikTok. You don't know everything. Are you open to receive? And then some of you need to flush. And let's not talk about those open, undefined heads. Some of you need to flush what's in there. You may take it in, but you're not flushing nothing out. You're not flushing. You're constipated there too.
Can you ever know everything? See, now you done touched on a whole nother point. Those mental masturbators, and they like, I need more, I need more. Can you ever know
No, you
everything?
cannot. One, you're not the creator. So no, you're not going to ever know everything. And sometimes you're not going to get it until you actually need it. Ask me how I know that. You may not even get it until you actually need it at the moment that you need it.
How you know that?
I am a third line trial and error. You know, I had to run into it. I'm a martyr.
Well, I was gonna talk about. I was just gonna talk about the light language. You know what I'm saying? For like, I was there when it came down, but I remember also like one of the first things you was talking about when you and light language reunited was, oh yeah, I don't really know what they're saying, but I know it's coming down, and I'm gonna open my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what they're saying right now. You know what I'm saying? And then as I watch the growth and watch y'all connect more, then you'll be like, oh, this is what they saying right here for you, big head, or blah, blah, blah. Or then, you know what I'm saying, other voices came down and stuff like that. And I don't think you was ready. No, I'm saying not that you couldn't handle it, but boom, here we go. We're gonna drink this tea. We got these 7 grams of mushrooms. We're gonna go in this ginger room and cut these lights off. That's all that was said. Nobody was just like, tonight, there's going to be nobody didn't say nothing. We're just gonna take these jokers right in here and slide in this joint right here. Would you like to just give them a little brief synopsis of that? Or what is that, or how did that feel to you when you just remember that you weren't ready,
No,
but it
I
happened
wasn't
anyway?
ready. Like, you know, it was making an appearance before then, but I was able to suppress. You know, I was a master suppressor at one point in time. But, you know, once I said with that master teacher, it was like, no, 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 no. You don't get to suppress today, not tonight. And so, yeah, and I still wasn't ready. I was not ready. And that's what happened all night long. The whole session. We don't know how many languages it was. And I have more now, but at the time I wasn't ready. I was like, And still, when I came out, I wasn't ready. I had got to the point where I still was gonna suppress it. They was like, oh, you playing games? Guess what? We're gonna take your voice. You won't be able to say nothing but that. You won't be able to speak anything but light language. How about that? And I still wasn't ready. I still wasn't ready. I was like, I don't know what they're saying. And I just don't understand. I wasn't trying to because I wasn't ready. That's why I didn't understand what was being said because I was not ready. And so it took me martyring, going through a whole lot of BS I didn't have to go through to get to a point where I was ready. Had I just read my journal from a year ago and accepted all of me though, not just parts of me, all of me, accepted all of me, I wouldn't have had to go through some of the stuff I went through, you know, all of me. So I had to get ready. If we could just gonna be real, because I know I can be real with you, and I know that your people on here gonna let me be real. I had to get ready to accept all of me. That was something. That was something. I went through some stuff I didn't even have to go through. Had I just accepted and loved all parts of me.
What do you think was the holdup or the blockage on you accepting all of you? When you take a shower, you don't just wash your face. You know what I'm saying? You wash under your arms, you wash your feet. When you're taking a shower, you wash all of you. When you eat, you try to eat everything on the plate. When you get dressed, you don't leave out the house without shoes on. When you go to the get your manis and petties, you don't tell them to do 8 toes and 8 fingers. You get the whole thing. What in the world do you think, or do you know now,
I
whichever
know.
one you
I
want to
mean, you
say?
know, we have to bring in, you know,
Okay,
it's
okay,
stuff
talk
that
about it.
we've been conditioned as trauma. It's part of that too. But also what you said earlier about the mental masturbators, I have a defined head. I already knew, or so I thought. I was like, shoot, I already know me, or so I thought. I already know. Like, no. Even with this defined head, I had to let some stuff go. I needed to flush. So, I mean, we can't let these tools are great, but they are not the be all end all. They're tools. And how do you utilize them? So, yeah. I thought I knew. I did not. I did not. Period. I had to find out. I had to F around and find out third line stuff.
What kind of they made that whole T-shirt up. They made that whole thing around F around and find up around third line folks. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
The whole situation. What advice do you have for those who are on here? Because 30% of the people on here have a defined head. What advice do you have for people who have a defined head and they need some clarity? Because I can talk to the people who got an open head. I mean, you can too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many of them and they're everywhere. But I just want to know, what do you have for the defined head people? Because I want to know, so when I meet some of them, I can talk to them. Even though I have met some, I know you and I know some others, but what you got to tell the people, you know what I'm saying, who got a defined head?
I'm going to tell them this. You know? First of all, what is your strategy and authority? And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you need to find out. You need to get with a Cosmic Jedi to find out what your strategy and authority is. You need to get with a Go-Go Naledi. You need to get with all the condors who up in here on this live soul scribe. You need to get with somebody who can tell you what your strategy and authority is, because you don't need to be going through guessing. See, that's what a lot of people do. They guess and they assume. And then a lot of them are paralyzed. You got analysis paralysis because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to trust yourself in your decision making. Well, if you knew your strategy and authority, you could. It would really be that easy. And then let's talk about defined heads. Because we got a lot of stuff going on up in here, defined heads. We got a lot of thoughts. All of them don't even belong to you. All these ideas and thoughts, they're not yours. And you're not going to run out of them. So don't hoard them. You're never going to run out of these thoughts. You have a defined head. The creator is just channeling, sending stuff through you so fast you can't even keep up, and it's not even yours. It's not even yours. And so you're trying to hold on to it. You want to make it all yours, and it's too much. Again, here comes this mental masturbation. So now you're trying to figure out what to do with it. You want to play with it? You want to shake it, flip it up, rub it down? No, it ain't even for you. Put it out there. Put it out there. Give it away. You hear somebody talking something, oh, guess what? This just came through. Blah, 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 blah. That might be for you. Would you like to receive it? It's not even yours. So you can have clarity when you are clear. What is your strategy? What is your authority? You know what I'm saying? What is your spiritual hygiene like? You can be very clear. Your clarity does not have to be confusing. It does not have to be a chore. Again, third line. Don't ask me how I know. I made it real hard for myself. I made it real hard. And now it's not. Now it's not. Like who is your tribe though? And then who is your tribe? Who are you around? Are you a condor? Are you a Cosmic Jedi? Like what are you doing? Who is your tribe? Who are you around?
Here go another question. So recently, you know how we had to do them interviews for our Business by Design, right? So me and the lady in this program, you know what I'm saying, rebranding, getting ourselves together, becoming recession proof, some real fire coming down the line. We just really want to promise y'all some real live heat is coming. I'm talking about heat, like a double dose of that Cobra Venom. And one of the persons I interviewed in the interview, she realized that she was very spiritually constipated, and she didn't want to put herself out there. And she said, so all these things that she said she needed, and she realized what the problem was. And then I gave her feedback. Right now. And she was like, oh, I don't get real-time feedback from someone. So I was like, oh, well, you know, you looking at a guide, but even if you ain't using me, you know, get you a guide from somewhere. How about she sent me a text last week and she says, oh, I'm ready to go down the rabbit hole. So me, I was just like, wow, oh, somebody else ready to go down the rabbit hole. And then I said, so what's the strategy? She says, I'm gonna go down there by myself. Would you like to, what's wrong with your forehead? I saw you go from plain to wrinkle.
Keep telling the story. It might change. Keep telling the story. It might change.
No. If they're tuning in right now, or anybody's tuning in, I said, so where you going? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna guide you? and she was just like YouTube, TikTok, myself. Yeah, and she journals. She was like, I'm a journal too. So so taking this journey by yourself and thinking you're gonna go down this rabbit hole by yourself, how are you? What's your commentary on that? Have
No,
you ever tried
I'm much
that?
smarter than
Or
that.
would
No, I
you
mean,
advise it?
those resources can be great starters, but if you really gonna get somewhere and go deep, I mean, the dream requires a team. You're not doing nothing by yourself. I mean, you wouldn't even create a solo. Your mom and daddy had to get together. You wouldn't even create a solo. Why do you think you about to get into it? And you already constipated, spiritually constipated. Now you finna jump down a rabbit hole solo? Solo? Yes, Icy Energy. Sign up for the classes ASAP. Ask how to become a VIP member because you can't go from spiritually constipated to I'm about to do this and jump down a rabbit hole by myself. That makes absolutely no sense. And every master teacher had a teacher. And they will tell you they had a teacher. Every master teacher I know, because I have some, sit with them at their feet. They had teachers. They did. So, I mean, what's the old adage? I mean, if you go by yourself, you'll go fast, but sometimes you're not even going fast because you don't know where you're going. So then you're jumping in a rabbit hole. Do you know how many tunnels are down there in those rabbit holes? Do you know how many things go bump in the dark? Do you have spiritual protection while you jumping in these rabbit holes? Do you have do you have some light that you could take down here in these rabbit holes? Okay. So why are you just jumping in the rabbit holes unprotected? Without a guide.
Ooh.
Yes, you are wise,
Ooh.
you are divine. I understand this, you are intelligent. But you doing all of this without a guide, without a teacher, without somebody to talk to? That's reckless and that's dangerous. And they're gonna stress themselves out.
It's dangerous.
It can be
It's
very
dangerous.
dangerous. You know, the spiritual world is very real, and the things that go on is very real, and it manifests very real here in this dimension. You know, whatever y'all want to call it, 3D matrix, I don't care, but it still it happens. And so you just gonna be out here like YouTubing and TikTok, that's it? I haven't saw one TikTok or YouTube talk about any of the spiritual tools I got. I love rabbit holes. I have,
Wait a
you
minute.
know what I'm saying? Mars in the 8th house. Mars and Gemini. Guess what? I'm jumping down all the rabbit holes. But guess what? I can jump down rabbit holes. I've been trained to jump down rabbit holes. And I have protection. I have light. I'm equipped to go down rabbit holes. I was born for this. Now, I don't know what your chart looks like, but I know what mine looks like. I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm born for this. So if you don't know all these things about yourself, I suggest you start there. Don't jump down rabbit holes. Just jump down the hole of self. Who are you? Let's start there first. That's a mighty deep rabbit hole right there. The hole of self. Because you think you know yourself. You don't. You don't. You have an idea of yourself. Do you know your true self though? Like for real, for real. And we're not talking about big three. Big three is great. You know. But that's not what we're talking about here. Like, do you know yourself for real, for real? Because that's where you start. Because you'll know what you're built for. You'll know if you need some help. You'll know if you don't need to go in that direction. You may not need to go in that direction. If you know yourself, you'll know that. And then there are so many dope people here on this live and these comments, and you know, they can help guide you. Now, nobody's going to tell you what to do, but they can help guide you.
Wait, the big three is not enough? I just quick. I don't want to be petty, but I am a Virgo rising, and at times I can be king petty. So I just, just always everybody out here hollering about your big three, your sun, moon, and rising. What you mean your sun, moon, and rising is not big? Is not enough? Because there's somebody on here probably their first time watching. They think I know my sun, moon, and rising. They don't know where my Mars is at. I don't know what house is. I don't know what rules my eighth house. I don't know all this other stuff. Like,
I mean,
can you please
you're a
elaborate on that
whole,
just a little
okay,
bit
you're a whole being.
before we
That's
get
just
to some
like
of the
saying, I know my big three. I know my eyes, my nose, and my ears. What about the rest of your body? Is it not important? Can you function without the rest of your body? You just need your eyes, nose, and ears. That's it? Is that all you need? I don't think so. You have a whole body, and they all serve a purpose. So yeah, you need to know more than your big three because they all serve a purpose. You definitely need to know more than that. Is it a good start? Yeah, because we start somewhere. But yeah, you gotta know. So we're not gonna discredit the rest of you, the other parts, as if they're not important, because they're very important.
the lungs, the kidneys, the pancreas, the
What? Why would
prostate,
you leave that out?
the ligaments in my knees, the joints in my toes, my pinky toe. We're just
We're
gonna leave
not.
all
I
that
mean,
out.
like icy
We're just gonna
energy
leave
talking
all
about
that out.
big three, like a toddler stage. Exactly. Exactly. That's it. Like, and it's great. You have to start somewhere. Keep going. Jump down the hole of self. I'm telling you, that hole will keep you busy. It done kept me busy for a few years. I'm not even gonna lie. So you could easily 365 be caught in the hole of self a whole year. Nothing but you. Nothing but you. Getting to understand who you are, you know, just deconditioning. And that takes a whole lot. That takes at least 7 out the gate. But you know, this is not a human design class, but because we well versed, we talk about this. This is our life. And that's why it comes through in the conversation. This is not for IG, TikTok, Instagram. Like, this is how we live life. And that's why these conversations flow the way that they do. And that's why we move the way that we do. That's why we have clarity. You know what I'm saying? That's why we know what direction to go in. I mean, the Cosmic Jedi, he got a 365 for you. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what direction to go in. Somebody can help you. There's so many Jedis up
I'm
in
biblical
here.
too.
It's on this live with us. I'm telling you, get what? Who is your tribe? Who are your people? I care about y'all. I do. I mean, I'm about to speak some light language on these people because I
They can
love
have it.
people. You know what I'm saying?
They can have it.
And I want y'all to be great. I really want y'all to be great. And it takes a whole lot more than knowing your big three to be great. It takes a lot. And it takes a lot of knowing you and knowing your not self too. All of it. See, let's talk about divine darkness and divine light for a minute. People want to be, oh, I'm love and light and everything is light. You're also divine darkness. I mean, you can't put a seed in the ground and shine. It's darkness underground. When you put that seed down there, it's going to bear fruit, but it's dark down there. You got these babies in the womb. Ain't no light in there. It's dark in there. So you need to know your divine darkness and your divine light. You need to know it. One is not better than the other. It's divine. Do you understand your darkness? Do you love your divine darkness? I don't just call it darkness. I say divine because I'm a divine being. We are divine. So you have divine darkness and divine light. Let's get into that. It's so much stuff that you can get into about you before you start jumping down rabbit holes. Now, I'm not going to keep talking about this later, these rabbit holes, but let's not jump down the rabbit holes yet. Let's jump down the hole of self. You know, I'm going to have to journal that tonight because, I mean, I'm feeling some type of way about the hole of self. I mean, it's a fun place to be in. Once you get in there, it's a lot of tunnels down there in that hole of self. It's a lot of tunnels down there. There's a lot of tunnels. Like, this conversation is so good.
What y'all should put in the chat, is no lies being told. If you're really feeling this right here, what you should put in the chat is no
I
lies being
appreciate
told.
these people
That's
up
really
in
what,
here
if y'all
because
really,
they talking to me.
if y'all are paying attention, I just want you just to put no lies being told in this situation right now because there are no lies being told. Ain't nothing, everything right. I'd have been cut that off. I'm just over here trying to get my little tea filter together as I sample different teas this morning. But She preaching right now. It ain't even Sunday. This that Wednesday night service or that Thursday morning service for me. This that Thursday morning service. You know how you used to go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays? You know what I'm saying? This is where we at right now. This is where we at right now. We are in service. You know what I'm saying? Deaconess or the mother of the church is definitely speaking to y'all. We have 2 questions in the chat. I want to Perp asked, what about self-projected projectors? So Perp, if you could type that question back in the chat again about self-projected projectors. And then the other one was, the brother said, how do you use human design and astrology together to navigate? Well, it's funny that you would ask. I'm gonna let the lady go first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what that general has
Oh,
to
honey,
say
I
about
feel
that
like I've
before I
been
dive
talking
in.
too much. I'm ready to
What do
hear
you say?
Jedi, but when it comes to being self-projected,
No.
hey,
Mikasa Sukasa. Ain't no such thing as I'm talking too much. Mikasa Tukasa. Get it? Help your, as Arthur Lee was saying, the great spirit of
yeah.
Arthur Lee said, help your greedy self. Help your greedy
I
self.
mean, self-projected, you have to talk out loud. You have to speak, put it out there because you're talking to yourself. So now it's going to be very important what you're taking in. Because whatever you're taking in is coming back out. So when you're self-projected, you have to literally, verbally say the thing out loud so you can hear what you're saying. You can't be all up in here thinking. You can't be all up in here. You literally got to verbally, the way, Oye and I are talking and you can hear our voice, you need to be able to hear your voice. Perk, when you hear your voice, you're going to be like, oh shit, that's it. Because you're talking to you. You're a projector. You're talking to you. What are you saying to you? Now, you know what? I'm available because I love good conversations. So if you want to talk, come on, hit me up, call me up, and let's talk. You don't know. You talking to you. Say it out.
If you're not following Gogo Naledi right now, you already sinning. It's just a sin. You out here sinning. And sinning according to
Our
Reverend
pastor.
Ike, my pastor, our pastor, Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike said, Hamatia is the Greek word and it means to miss the mark. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you have missed the mark. So if you are not following Gogo Naledi right now, you are sinning because you're missing the mark. That means you missed the live earlier. You could have had her twice today, but now you're only getting it one time. I'm getting it twice. I'm just going on and asking the question face to face that I didn't get a chance to ask while they was on their little short live. So how do you put both of them together to navigate? This is how I feel about the situation. Before I started studying human design, and I worked a lot with Jasmine, the Mystic at the Crossroad, you know what I'm saying, our favorite, all La Familia. You do not really want to wake up and have her come through here. That's a whole lot. Just want to just be very clear, okay? The squad, the tribe, when she was like, what tribe you dancing with, like, that's very important. So it's like dealing with magic and you not dealing with astrology. It's like you boxing with one hand. So you can't really defend and strike at the same time. I'm a martial artist, so I just put it, I'm in the Tantra, I'm in the martial arts. So it's going to be about lifestyle, sex, or getting hit in the face. These 3 things you can pay attention to. If I'm boxing with just astrology and I ain't using no candles, I ain't got no altar set up, life is going to be half-assed. If I got my altar set up and I got candles, but I ain't got no astrology and I don't know when to light the candle, I'm out here half-assing. I don't want to be half-assing. Who wants that? Who in the world just comes up and says, I want to learn astrology so I can half-ass? Teach me magic so I can half-ass. No one ever. So then, and I was big on no victims, no villain. No victims, no villain. I've been teaching that since 2008. 2008, I've been on that. No victims, no villain, right? Then when I went to, and I added human design seriously to astrology and my magic, I'm throwing up the rock. I'm throwing up the rock. Ace of diamonds. What's better than one billionaire? Two. So I went to the trifecta. I went to the triangle offense on you. You know what I'm saying? And it just all came together. You can't build a house with just two legs. It's got to have a roof. You see what I'm saying? And it need to have a base. Don't put it just on the ground, because then the ground could get wet. You need all three. It ain't just victim and villain, it's also the victor. What about the oppression trap triangle? That so many of you who are looking at me and her right now, you are either trapped in the oppression trap triangle, or you're trying to get a B&E. You're trying to break and enter. That's what Paul Mark told me. He was like, oh, ye, do not try to get caught out here. I don't know why you laughing. He was like, stop trying to break into the triangle. What the hell does that mean? If you don't have all the tools, then there's going to be something left off of your navigation. Like you're trying to navigate on your phone, the battery is low, and you don't have a charger. You in the car, but you ain't got the cord. What if you got the charger and the cord and you ain't got no phone? What if you got the phone and the cord and you ain't got nothing to plug it up to? Hey, here goes something really crazy. What if you got the phone, the cord, the charger, and don't got no address? You don't even know what to type in there. How might you propose that you get to where you're going? I love to use this example because you're going to end up talking to Jethro. So before there was a GPS, there was a Jethro at the gas station with a map and the bib overalls with the big pot belly. And you had to pull up. And the lady, you from Nashville.
I do. That's why I'm
you don't know
laughing.
what I'm talking about. You go to the gas station. You go to the gas station and you ask the big country nigga outside with a towel. He wiping the oil off his hands and he'd be like, you know, how can I help you? And you say, I'm trying to get to such and such. I'm trying to get to the Hilton. Or I'm trying to get the Holiday Inn. I'm trying to get the Motel 6 or whatever. And he go and pull, first off, he just start pointing, but you know you can't understand. You know you cannot understand when he just start pointing and talking about go down there. Go down there. And then, he don't say then, he say then, like when you bend around the corner, you see these two cows in a watermelon field, then turn kind of like right there, and then go down a bit, go down a little bit more, and then you kind of see it when you cross over the bridge. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a stop sign. Then you say, Jethro, give me more clarity. He'd be like, one moment, he go in that gas station, he come back out with a paper map that you can't even take with you. And then he spread it out on your hood of your car, and he'd be trying to find out where we are now. He can't even tell you where you are now. That's what you need direction and clarity for. Where are you now? Oh, I just want to take this. I'm just going. I talked to Oye and the lady, and the direction is I need to go down the rabbit hole. Pause. Pause. Are you equipped? Are you equipped to go down the rabbit hole? What do you have that you're going to take with you to go down the rabbit hole? You know what I'm saying? Like, to get to this cup of tea, it took a lot. It took a lot to get to this cup of tea. What is your equipment?
Are you at the fork in the road of life where you know you require specific strategies that will uncover what's next? You've done some spiritual work, but still can't quite figure out how to apply those principles practically in your life. Ready to emerge from the shadows of inconsistency, confusion, and stagnation, and baby, head into the doors of clarity, prosperity, and everlasting peace. Well, listen to the vibrational frequencies of my voice and feel its healing powers. I am Mayet Ajay-Ib, and honey, I've been where you are. At Internal Growth and Wellness, we create a personalized path for healing, restoration, and individualized evolution. So head on over to www.intgw.com and let's get started on your personalized plan today.
Are you equipped to go down the rabbit hole? Do you have a rope tied around your neck? You don't see nobody start rock climbing without no safety line on them. When you do, guess what? You don't never see them again. You don't never see them again. Because nature takes over. You fall off the mountain to what? Your death. Your death. Some of y'all want
Oh,
heaven but don't want to die. That's what Reverend Knight was talking about the other day. You be singing that song like, you know, when I get to the sweet by and by. Do you understand that the process to get to the sweet by and by is to die? Now, there's different types of deaths because it ain't final for one. Let's just put a thing in there. The big three ain't all you need and death ain't final. Just gonna drop that right there. Am I preaching too much later? You can just raise your hand at any point and just hit the
I'm
pause
a
button
guest
on me.
in your
If I'm going a
home.
little too much,
I'm here. Let's go. I'm a guest.
So if you don't have the tools and then you start talking about you just want to slide down there, then and you disappear because you died. But guess what? There's something called resurrection. The word resurrection wouldn't be in the dictionary. It comes after death. D come before R. This is basic English. The letter D comes before the letter R. So you have to die before you resurrect. But if you stop at D or E or F and you never get to R because you didn't have a complete toolbox, you're gonna stay attached to the wall of suffering. And then when you get to the R, you're gonna hit the repeat button. But you didn't know that repeat and resurrection are similar. I would rather resurrect than to repeat as we're under a retrograde. I know I ain't got bars out here with these smart
Bars.
E's I'm throwing out here
Where's the
just like they
fire
free.
emoji?
You have free, you have resurrection, and you have retrograde. Do you know when they all coming together? Or is you out here playing games with your time?
Before you move on, because it sounds like you about to get something deep. You talk about the depth. Let me just back it up for a minute because we're talking about clarity, direction, and depth. So now,
go ahead.
When you don't have clarity, when you don't have direction, when you're not paying attention, when you're not ready, it could actually lead to a death. Literal. Ask me how I know third line. Way back when I was married, I knew it was time for me to go. I knew, but part of me wasn't ready because I was chilling, but I did not have direction. I did not have clarity. Don't even ask me about big three. That was not even in my vocabulary. And I literally almost died. Yeah, because I have no clarity, no direction. I don't have none of these tools. The stuff that we talking about, it was not even in my psyche. I was nowhere near it. And it almost took me about here because I didn't have clarity, because I didn't have direction, because I wasn't ready. I knew I was supposed to go. But I was like, oh, it's cool. I'll leave in a minute. I almost didn't have that minute. Oh, and let's talk about, and because again, now I'm still on the cycle. Planetary, I'm right in alignment. It was my Saturn return. What? Almost up out of here. And if you don't know what a Saturn return is, I suggest you know, because that's when, as they say, shit gets real. It got really real for me, and I had to wake up. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Honey, I've been getting clarity and direction ever since that episode, because I was like, you know what? I ain't ready to go just yet. And I've been getting clarity and direction ever since. I've been getting these tools ever since, because that right there was too close for me. Yes, I am a feline. I got several lives, but that one day came, it was a little too close. It was cut it a little too close. So it literally can be life or death. And yeah, it literally can be. And this is not even to scare anybody, it's to prepare you. It's not to scare you, it's to prepare you.
And
prepare and aware
you. Prepare and aware, that's bars.
Prepare and aware. So, I mean, what are y'all doing to get ready? Where are you? What are y'all doing to get ready? I mean, who's your tribe? Who rocking with you? Who's your master teacher? What are you doing? Are you talking to your ancestors? Do you have a relationship with the ancestors? What is it? I don't care what you ascribe to. Know what it is. Yes, I can. And Saturn did not come to fight with me. Let me tell you, that's a story. We may have to do a story time on that, honey. That might be light language after dark. That story right there. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
What time is after dark? Hold on, because look, it's dark where you at. We ain't gonna do it now, but I just want to know for the future, what time do light languages after dark happen?
No,
Is that
it's
like
not.
after
I try to
midnight?
be in
Like it
the
have to be
absolute.
dark, dark?
No, I don't know. It's just something I've, been toying with. Like,
Okay.
light language after dark. Where we, it's a little nighttime. We chilling, and we talk about all the things, the taboo things, the sensual things, the sexual things, magical. It's just all things, and you definitely gonna get some light language because it's light language after dark. So where we talk about all the things that you may not want to talk about during the day, or that you feel is too taboo.
Now, ooh, ooh. So I want to get to this other topic that y'all had. This right here, I'm finna go in. Well, I don't know. It's finna get a little crazy. So, cause you out here trying to channel Seafood Peter out here on your light language lesson with Ollie and the other sister. So you started talking about, or Ollie was telling a story when you was like, I don't have the container for XYZ, right? And so, so over here, do you have a master teacher? Who's on your team? A lot of people say, oh, you my teacher, you my coach. Let me say this because my teacher had to straighten me out. Before I even get into this story, I want to be super clear. Look at the mudra I'm throwing up right now. I want to be, this is not an okay mudra. I want to be super clear with you right now. Every teacher that I ever had, I supported them financially. There's nobody, I might get emotional off of this, but I would never say somebody was my teacher if I didn't break bread with them and sock it to their pocket. Please put sock it to their pocket in the chat. Now it could be $20. It could be it has to be more than my energy. My energy is my currency too. But also my money represents my energy because my energy is what brought the money to me, right? So do you, so, and there's not one of my teachers who didn't sock it to the pocket of their teachers. When Dr. Gibson had to go to India to study with Ma, you think the plane ticket was free? Do you think that he ain't got no donation? Do you think that the hotel he stayed in, there wasn't something in there? Do you think that it wasn't no contribution? So for me, I just have a request. If you're not supporting your teacher, don't call them your teacher. They on YouTube. I got my playlist on YouTube is so ridiculously critical. You could be over there for years and years and years. That's free. You could be like, I learned that from you. I learned that from you. I learned the stuff from crackheads. And it was a teachable moment, but they don't get in the same sentence with a Maxwell Narty or Amsu Bay L or Sunyata Saraswati or Kathy Gibson. Oh no. Oh no, that's Geeky Dan. Geeky Dan is a crackhead. He taught me some stuff. But you don't get to be in the class of teacher. You know what I'm saying? There's a line. There's a line. There's a line. There's a line, right? So that's why I created these courses, because my inbox is full of people saying, how can I work with you? And then I say, well, get a reading first. They say, well, I don't have no money. I say, well, go look at my YouTube videos. They say, I need to work with you individually. How? My teachers told me I had to stop that. You can't just come over here and just, what you mean? I'm saving that for my wife, my long-term girlfriend or girlfriends, my partners, and my future children. And most of the women I deal with, they already got children. So guess what I have to bring to the table? I have to bring my chess game to the table for their children. I can't holler at Finesse if I can't show her son how to play chess at a high level, what are you talking about? She's gonna be like, excuse me, you know, you can't even show my son chess. You can't show my granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? So miss me with all that. Miss me with all that. These classes are $88. They're every Saturday for the month of September. And I'm talking about money this Saturday. Last Saturday, I talked about relationships. And I tried to talk as much as I could about love, right? And everything I know about love. But guess what happened? The class went 4 hours. We had meditation. We had Qigong. There's a Qigong for everything I'm teaching from now on. So that's how I'm gonna be able to identify my students. Do you got a Qigong from me? That's your receipt. I ain't teach you how to breathe and move at the same time. You ain't got no receipt. Don't even say nothing to the lady. Don't even say nothing. She drove all the way from Nashville, broke bread, and somebody had flew in all the way from the UK. I think only 5 people came to that class. Guess what? She got that lesson. She got that heat. Oh, you know you can't even be up here. Get your ass away from here. This joker came up here. So it's a dog. He's a spirit. He really came up here and dropped a message today. We ain't gonna talk about that. So after September, when somebody hit me with, yo, I want to work with you, it's $88 to get in the door. I got to set up, because I used to be, I've studied a lot with Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill said you have to set up walls in order to protect your own self, to get your time back. Because I've given away so much for free that there's a lot of stuff that I ain't finished studying myself. I don't know if you ever seen my bookcase or not on my bookshelf, but just because it's on my bookshelf don't mean I finished it. It means I need to get to it. And I can't get to it in advance when I'm bringing to my real students if I'm spending time to somebody who's not invested in me. What up, Minister Server? Temple of Hip Hop just walked up in the room. So you need to build a wall in order for somebody to like boundaries, to keep some things out and then see what's the effort somebody made to come in. Women say, bring me some flowers. You say, I love you. She say, show me. Love is a verb. Love is a verb. Golly. Whole nother, that could be light language after dark. Like love is a verb, my peoples. I'm about to say my niggas, it's the same thing. My tribe, my Jedi tribe. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh,
He gonna come up here and pee. He done. I see the culprit now. I have found out who caught him dead in the act. Caught him dead in the act. I got something for him, buddy. So, love is a verb, and money loves happy people. So I don't really, like, what if I start letting everybody who's unhappy get close to me? Then I'm gonna get contaminated. Then guess what? My relationship's gonna be messed up. Cause I love to spoil the women that's around me. Even when I give them my time and my energy, I gotta be in a happy place. My bank account, I want it to be in a certain spot. I want my rent to be paid. I want my phone bill to be paid. So I can, cause I ain't got time for my woman to be saying, what's wrong, babe? Now my energy's contaminated because she can feel that, right? They're all connected. Love, abundance, and wisdom is connected. I'm holistic, and I come from holistic teachers. Sister Myra is her fault. This all before the lady. This all before Dr. Nardi. This all before Dr. Gibson. This before Dr. Amsu. This before this before Senyata. Was before Senyata? No. This wasn't before Senyata. This her fault. And it's her and Senyata's fault. But they're like, you gotta be holistic. You can't just be like, I'm one-dimensional. I'm just doing this. Back to that question of how do you use astrology and human design to navigate? How is you ain't navigating if you ain't using both. You're only using part of it. And the battery's dying. If y'all don't get up on this human design here shortly, I'm telling you, you're gonna be you're gonna be like, I don't really like to say, oh, you're late and everything happens in divine timing and all that. It does, but you ain't got to delay it either by being crazy. You know what I'm saying? By hesitating, by being scared. That fear thing, whatever you got to do, man, get you a guide, get you a coach that teaches fearlessness. No, don't even use the word fear in it. They teach confidence. Like me, I teach confidence. I inspire confidence. I don't even like using that word. So you're going to have to put it all together to get the proper navigation on. You're going to have to put it all together to get I know I'm in the top 10 of astrologers in the U.S. In the world, that might be stretching it. But in the U.S., well, in black people, I know I'm in the top 10. I knew I was in the top 10 before I touched the human design. When I touched the human design, my astrology just like, and the human design was climbing slowly, and my astrology was just skyrocketing, making runs back, just doing like that. I'm
Oh, let
probably in
me
the top
put a
5
pin
at
in
this
that because
point.
it's something you said that
Great.
like that came to me. So when you were saying you got to put it all together, so a lot of times that's why people always feel like something is missing. Like, I'm doing this and I feel like I did this and I got my chart read and I went and sat with Sifu or like something is missing. You need all the pieces. Just like if you have a car, you got to have all 4 wheels. You can't have 3 wheels and think you're going somewhere with a car. You need all the pieces. So a lot of times when it feels like something is just missing, what is it? Because you don't have all the pieces. And you need all the pieces. You want the least amount of resistance. So when you have all of the pieces, you're going to have the least amount of resistance. So we here on planet Earth, it's going to be some resistance. Don't get it twisted. But to have the least amount, you need all the pieces. You need the astrology. Yes, we're going to do magic. And yes, you definitely need human design. We ain't going to talk about the I Ching. We ain't going to talk about cardology. We're not going to talk about light language. There's so much that you need all the pieces, regardless of what you believe. If you spiritual, religious, I don't care. If ain't none of it resonating, you better get these tools. You better put all these pieces of this puzzle together. Put all these pieces. Least resistance. That's what we want, is the least resistance. Because it's here. You're not going to avoid it. You can't sidestep it, dodge it. It's here, but there is a way to have the least amount of resistance and to have full confidence in your decision making. And guess what? It's not going to look like everybody else's. The way that Soul Scribe makes her decisions, it's not the way that I do it. So I'm trying to make my decisions based on, Soul Scribe said, well, you know what? It takes me 28 days before I come up with a decision. If I try to do that, I'm about to wreck my life completely, because that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. If I just try to be spontaneous, I'm gonna F around and find out real fast if I'm trying to be spontaneous. No, I'm gonna sleep on it. That's for me. And you have to be okay knowing that this is my strategy, this is my authority. So if I tell Sifu Oyi, okay, I need to sleep on this invitation that you gave me, he's like, no, I need to know now. Thank you for the invitation. No thanks. No, because I know how I make decisions. But if I don't know, I'm just going to FOMO. Man, I'm telling you, FOMO will F you up. FOMO will have your bank account dry. Don't ask me how I know it's the third line, because I did not know my strategy. I did not have all the pieces. I didn't even know I had this much money until I started thinking about all the FOMO stuff and making decisions from a place of no clarity. It was not even in my authority how much bread that I have just circulated out here on the planet. I'm like, damn, I'm a millionaire for real. It'll cost you. It'll cost you not having all the pieces. It'll cost you time, energy, money, sleep, sometimes your health, relationship. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. And look at Sifu Oyi over here just tapping away. It's going to cost you. But I ain't mean to go that far. But when, I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's not move past that too quickly. You need all the pieces. So yes, whoever asked that question, how do they work together? They work together very well. As a matter of fact, your astrology is on your human design chart. It's right there. They got the planets there. Right.
We're trying to get back to the container conversation, but I got so many messages coming down right now. Now I'm trying to get now I got this other message came down, which is a warning. So since I'm a Taurus, ruled by Venus, I love art, and art is for your deciphering. So when I go to the art gallery in Greensboro to see Dr. Gibson, I look at the art and I see different things. Right, he got different art in there for sale: 800,000, 1.2 million, 600,000, stuff like that. Right, he got one piece that is not for sale that he didn't do, and I think it's like something that came in like the 1800s, and he said it was gifted to him from one of the orders that he's in. And I'm gonna try to draw this picture for you, right? So imagine you are going upstairs to God, right? You're going upstairs. Now this is the other thing too. I'm a member of the church that works, the church of what works. So if you just want to be caught in EFA or Christianity or comedic sciences or whatever, this is gonna go over your head. And I don't care. This is for my tribe that I'm trying to talk to, right? You're going into this hall and God is at the top. You don't just get to walk up on God. So you got to get your heart weighed by Mayat, which is the chin check. That's really why I be doing all the stuff I do. You know what I'm saying? It's all about Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? This is my Big Mama. She's my connection to Big Mama. The heart is going to be weighed out. So why would I wait until death to be trying to lighten my heart? So what makes the heart heavy? I'm finna get into y'all right now. What would make your heart heavy? Let's put in the chat. What do you think would make your heart heavy? What has made your heart heavy? Right? Watch this right here. One of the things that'll make your heart heavy, you'll be like, oh, missing an opportunity. That'll make my heart heavy. True. Not taking advantage of a situation. That'll make your heart heavy. Regret. That'll make your heart heavy. But let me tell you something that'll make your heart heavy. Stealing. Stealing will make your heart heavy. And the only way, once you get past Mayat, or before you might even get to Mayat, yeah, that's right. This before you get to Mayat, you got to see Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael in this photo got this long, think of Archangel Michael as 10 foot tall. He has a spear that's 50 feet tall. It's 4 times longer than him. And you're like, why is he using it? Because he's stabbing people who trying to get into heaven who don't have the proper receipts. He's driving this spear through their heads. Yeah, in a spiritual temple, there's an angel with a 50-foot spear driving it through their head. You know why? Because they stole. When you steal, you cannot, please write this down and put it in the chat. You cannot enter heaven on stolen light. You cannot enter heaven with stolen light. You cannot enter heaven on stolen light. It don't work like that because you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. You already feel bad because you know you stole it. Then you're trying to get admission into something. The flowers ain't going to smell the same if you stole the flowers before you got over there to your girl house. They're going to smell better if you paid for them, if you got the receipt. Get as many receipts as possible. And if you stole something, don't use it. Just put it down. Don't try to return it to the sender. Just stop using it. Just stop using it. You didn't pay for it. Now, if it was free and you got it and you using it, go ahead. But if you know it had a price tag on it, and now you trying to take it and pawn it off to somebody else or use it, you don't have a receipt. And then you're going to get, you know what I'm saying, you got one of these things just coming down through the, come on, man. Don't do that self. Don't put that in your container. Now I'm going to get back to container. What do you put in your container? First off, this is what Seafood Peter told me about containers. You have to expand the container for receiving. A lot of times we have a container, but it's like this small. This ain't even the cup. This the lid. Which one you think I can hold more in? I can hold more in here, but we walk around with the lid and this is our container. You ain't gonna get no clarity and direction off of this little bad boy right here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You need a larger container. And then when this fills up, you need to move to a larger container. Then when this right here, you get used to this, you need to move to a larger container. Then when you get used to that, jump straight to the swimming pool. That's what the Jedi teaching is about. How do you get a swimming pool container? If you're messing with me, we're talking about a swimming pool. Because when you getting boned from speaking good words, doing good thoughts, having good thoughts and doing good deeds, your grace is coming, and then you got a larger container. When you create and generate boom, you can hold it in something bigger than this. You cannot hold all your blessings that your ancient ancestors have for you like this. You looking at two Sangomas, you ain't got to believe everything I say, but the one I'm telling you right now is what your ancient ancestors got for you, what Nlosi got for you.
Yeah.
This is not sufficient. Some of y'all got this. Some of y'all got this part here. This was never designed to carry your blessing. This was never designed to carry your blessing. And the only thing stopping you is this up here and your conditioning from getting the particular things that help expand your container. Your container is elastic. Somebody write that in the chat. My container is elastic. It's not permanent. This is porcelain. I can't expand this no more. This is a done deal. It's almost like the defined head. But what do you do with the defined head when you want to expand? You go and follow the lady who cheats at a high level and you plug into an undefined head. Then you get no limit soldier. You just take it and you plug the undefined into you take the defined, plug it into an undefined, and the undefined is going to do what it's supposed to do. Expand it. Expand it. Your container is elastic. If you don't have, it's because you are holding on to the constrictions. And then we know the other rule, limitations you fight for, you get to keep. Don't ask me. You shouldn't. If the police don't want to come to domestic violence situations, why would I? You over there fighting for a limitation. Now you want to look at me and tell me, hey, take this. Put it down. Then I'll help you. What the police say right before they pull the gun and shoot you? Put the weapon down. You about to harm everybody. You about to harm yourself. You about to harm your community. You about to mess up your future. Why don't you put the weapon down? Then I could help you. Put your limitation down. Did you know your limitation was a weapon? Let me sip some tea on that. Your limitation is a weapon formed against you. What do you think the prayer was? What did it say? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Which weapon do you think they was talking about? The lady, I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody else the other night, but I was like that song by Kendrick Lamar, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. That's for yourself. Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 3 miles away or something, whatever he said. It's a song to yourself. Some of you in here use profanity like I used to and like I'm able to. And we use these words. Well, sometimes when you be addressing yourself, that's what Allie said. Allie said she'd be dealing with the ancestors that be cursing. Well, sometimes you got to address that. Malachi York said the most sincere prayer you'll ever say starts with God damn it. God damn it. When you stub your toe in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom at the hotel, God damn it. That thing is sincere. Everything you say after that is sincere. You got God's full attention, because if you're going to come at me like that, dog, I know you sincere. I'm going to forgive you because I got love for you. But what is it that you want after that? Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch. Because when bitch got tonation. The dog came up here. Bitch, that's the dog. You know what I'm saying? Tonation. Well, where is my tonation when I'm addressing me, the lower me, the lower vibration? Was that on my tooth? The lower vibration of me that's holding on to my limitations. Look at my forehead already wrinkled up. I already know I'm about to say the word, the B word. Bitch, you got to wrinkle your thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, ooh, bitch, come here. That's clear forehead. You know, that's different. That's different street vibe. But bitch, what you doing? You killing my vibe. I got a high vibration. But then, what did the lady say at the beginning? The divine darkness and the divine light are one. Noble Drew Ali said, truth and falsehood are strangely mixed. The word is strangely. The falsehood, I'm trying to get it out of there. It's the bitch in me. So when a man tell another man, that's that bitch in you. I don't know what women say when they mean it. I know when a man say to another man, you know, you got too much bitch in you right now. Why am I fighting for my own limitation when that's interfering with me expanding my container to receive my blessings? I've been at a crossroads on what I'm gonna teach this Saturday around abundance. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Because the money is there, the blessings is there, but the limitations are too. Two things can't coexist in the same place. Which one you want to let go of? If you ain't got no money, it's because you've already made a choice. Don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Choose expansion versus limitation. Yeah. Then the ancestors will be like, oh, I really would love to channel down through this person and get them to represent me in the things that I'm doing. Things I didn't get to do while I was on earth. I'd like to give these blessings to you. I'd like to pass these blessings on to you. Why? Why? The lady, what you feeling over there? I see you already got the vibe.
Honey, I'm ready to go to
around.
bed now. Y'all done had me on live 2 times tonight. Like, I feel so full. Like, tonight has been good. These conversations, my container has been expanded tonight. I mean, because in Seafood Oil, you say you're going to take it from a high level to eye level. And so these high level conversations also expand your container. You know what I'm saying? So I have been expanded tonight. I am really full. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I'm feeling complete right about now. I'm feeling really complete.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. That's getting ready to be on repeat for a second. This is my suggestion for y'all. This is a freebie right here. Go to Spotify and make a playlist and make it call your self-checklist. Songs that you need to put on there that check yourself and remind you. One of the songs that's at the top of my checklist, I was angry at myself one time for like this open throat getting attention. So what do you think the song I played for my not self open throat? You talk too much and you never shut up. That's Run DMC, 1986. You talk too much and you never shut up. And when I played that, I ain't have no desire for no attention. And I just listened to the words of that song. So put Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe on your playlist, okay? A self-check playlist. Put your name at the front. Mine says OYE's self-check. That's what it says. It's not the ladies self-check. Of course, I do have 2 jams on there, you know, that me and the lady and Sister Myra share as well. After I shut up, I have to remember that too legit to quit. Hey, too legit to quit. Hey, too legit to quit. And then if that wasn't enough, we'd run it right back with Can't Touch This. Then you can go across the room. You know what I'm saying? You can take your socks off. You can put on your onesie. And you can go across the room before you go to bed. Expand your container. You are cordially invited. All my projectors, generators, manifestors, reflectors, those of you who don't know who you are, Bring your chart this Saturday. You want some money clarity? You want some money direction? Yes, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Get me while you can get access to me. Come be a part of history, because this class going to be recorded. You know what I'm saying? Because the fire that's coming, I ain't going to be able to be accessible like this. Just a heads up. Just a heads up, because the numbers is like, my prices is about to be like my blood pressure when I eat too much salt. You know what I'm saying? It's about to slide up a little bit. So please, please, please take heed and come on, slide through here with this money. Also, please don't sign up at the last minute. Please don't sign up 9 minutes before class. That's a lot of pressure on me to make sure you get the link to get in and all this other type of stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you know you coming, then go ahead and come on. God loves a cheerful giver. That was my message to me yesterday. I was like, how can I give some of this money away so I can make some more money? Or am I even cheerful about the money I'm giving away? Am I lamenting over paying these bills? I ain't paying these bills. I'm circulating to my financial responsibilities. I am circulating to my financial responsibilities. Voila. They my responsibilities. I made them, but they make life much more easier for me. Oh, we ain't with all that what's that money is the root of all evil. No, the lack of money is the root of all evil. Y'all jokers out here getting all angry and whatnot. What up, Brandy? I gotta do some testimonials too from the folks. I need to do a live tomorrow about folks who came to the love class, so they can talk about it, to see if they come into the next class. Some people that's signed up for the whole situation. Anyway, I see, look at that. Brandy's in here. Ashki done fell up in here. Big shouts out to all the condos that's still over there in Austin, Texas. Big shouts out to them. Big shouts out to all the Sangomas becoming potential Sangomas, sleeping Sangomas. That's really for me. I'm really with the sleeping Sangomas, so I can pass you on over to the people who really got time for you. Sometimes I just want to just wake you up, shake the shit out of you, and then pass you on to somebody else woke. I don't want to pass you on to somebody and you still out here sleeping all hard. So, the lady, how can they get in contact with you? Tell them what the process is. They want to get some of this light language, or they want to book a consultation, or they want to get some of this distance healing.
Right
I'll let them
now,
real quick,
please feel free. I invite you. Let me inform you that you can jump into my DMs right now, because I am restructuring, rebranding, and just doing a whole lot of fun stuff. So right now, just hit me up and I will respond. I'm very responsive. So, that's how you can hit me up for now. Later, I'll let you know about the later.
Right. And if you play too much, you can DM me and I'll send them the message over there, even though I don't work for FedEx. All right. If you me personally, just slide in my DM. This is an invitation. Go over to thecosmicjedi.com, sign up for class, stop waiting around. I'm gonna go over here and clean up this Peters dog just put over here on my little thing. I was he's protesting, but he won't get no more love, no more nothing from me. That's it for him. He done missed all the way out.
I know you about to leave us in prayer, but let me pray my way, and then you gonna pray yourself out of here.
We can. Yours is gonna be the final, because I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. All this tea I done drank. So the lady's gonna take us out with prayer. Y'all are delighted that y'all are here. You are blessed. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams.
Soto karatai lelame isoto karatai isiyoto korotono mo ota karatai isiyoto karate vishi yoto korotono mai ele seyata karatai ikono soto karate vishi yoto korotono mo ota karatai iseti kiriatai eseyoto ko anama eseyoto karatai. Peace.
Bam, bam. See y'all in class. Holla.